Mr. Grant Shepherd, thank you very much to coming in our webinar, and especially we are discussing on the ventilation, and it's my honor that in front of me, because my experience is not more than 25 years. 20 years specifically in this field, and 5 year in other fields I worked. And you are also very senior to me. And thank you very much, sir. It's honor for me, for honor for HICO that you join us on this webinar. And also, what is our goal? What is the goal of HICO? After 50, I uh, think that I realized that I also in our discussion I write you that when I cross my 50 years age, I think that now now after a lot of earning and a lot of learning, it's time for feedback. So that's the main point. And then I started uh, for the free consultancies, and I made very I did many groups of doctor ventilation groups in WhatsApp groups and Facebook groups and a lot of other channels. And I gave the free consultancy from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. and different times, 1 hour for one groups, and at the same time 2 3 groups are working in my 1 hour time. And when I start this, a lot of other peoples join me, especially PhD doctors and very special senior doctors of broilers, layers, and breeders, and a lot of others peoples join me for this cause, that now it's time for sharing to promote the peoples in this field specifically. And also, that in Pakistan, there is a I think that I saw there is a very big gap of our Urdu language lectures. You know, there's a lot of lectures in English language available on the net, but in our Pakistan, 90% peoples are below 10 years studying,
Wow.
or 10 years studying. Yes. So they specifically they need Urdu language lectures for that. So maybe I think you join our HICO PhD YouTube channels, and there are a lot of lectures in special in Urdu. And I just feel that because in Pakistan there is no any institutions. That is the history of Pakistan. The first time the High Court started this, the free of cost education. Yes, and our lot of lectures in our YouTube channels, HICO PhD channel, lot of lectures in Urdu language and English language. Also, uh, the purpose of this webinar is also to enhance the skills of the peoples, and also for the knowledge of the peoples that what to do and how to learn and how to earn in this field, especially that it can also promote the peoples and the economy of the country and lot. And is in this cause, also you are one of them to join me in this cause. For especially in this cause, you join me, and also Mr. Andrew Gibson and Mr. Hadi and Mr. Kazi and Mr. Tommy, Mr. Cabinet, and a lot of peoples also from all over the world join me, and they also come in my webinars, and also we are promoting the livestock and poultry education to the world. So welcome, Mr. Grant Shepherd. I again thank you to you. And now my one other question is waiting for you, especially specifically on the layer cages. You please let us know that what is the recommendations for the layer cages house for the uh, production, for the best production, of the egg productions and for the optimum temperatures. Should please let us know your best recommendations, please, sir.
Imran, in trying to get maximum production in layers in a layer house, there's a number of factors one has to consider. Um, and equipment is one. If you've got good equipment, ventilation is the next is another, which we know is important. But we must understand that in order to obtain genetic potential from a bird, it starts from rearing. Um, if the bird is reared correctly to body weight and feed intake, um, and in uniformity, that bird will come out of rearing into your layer house and should be successful. Now, I'm going to say it will be successful unless you have good feed and management as well. You've got to add those to it. So there's a number of factors to obtaining genetic potential. And it is crucial to from rearing to make sure that you get that bird right. I have done trials with different feeds in rearing and in laying, and if balanced feeds are not given correctly, I can assure you that you will not get the productions. It's like a racehorse. If that bird hasn't been reared correctly, you will not get the production and the performance out of it. And this I've studied for my thesis and my MBA. I did this, and it was conclusive that the rearing is the main part of your production. And if people are getting point of lays, and as you well know, they might have layer houses and receiving point of lays from a point of lay producer. One has to be very careful how those birds are reared. If they're poorly reared, they'll have poor results in lay.
So thank you very much for this brief answer. And thank you, Mr. Shepherd, Grand Shepherd from South Africa. Today is Mr. Grand Shepherd is with us, and he's answering our questions one by one. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much again.